like the next step is to figure out how to get these ideas out of your head. Because, you know, there's lots of people with toxic relationships to exercise. There's people that are killing themselves on these diets and over-exercise and all this stuff because we feel like effort means good or something, you know what I mean? But again, that's just a message that we got. It's got nothing to do with, and it was so funny because I never questioned that. I questioned so many things, but at 40, I never questioned that. I never, you know, it's so interesting. So now I'm going back and looking at the thing and looking deeper at what are the goals I set for? Like measure your power, not your dress size. I still believe in that, but now I'm rethinking what power means. Does power have to mean physical strength? No, because physical strength and training is not for everyone. It's not even healthy for everyone. So power has to mean something bigger than it did to me when I first came up with that idea. You know what I mean?
That's cool. I like that a lot. It's so cool when you can evolve even something that you found that was so empowering, but then evolve it even further. That's really nice. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
And honestly, the thing you said about abs, I didn't even think about it before. Like, if you asked me, I would have said, well, abs are cool, they look good, I don't know, it's good for your health. Who told you that? How?
Can you, like... good for your health? How is it good for your health? Yeah.
Like, damn, like tonight I'll be thinking a lot.
No, but like, and I grew up in the 80s and 90s when people were like, that is still a part of every day of my life. And I've done a lot of work on it, right? So what I meant wasn't that I don't care what people think anymore. It's that for the first time, I'm able to almost like press the override button where I'm like, I really care about the fact that I think I'm gonna look fat in these convention pictures. I really care about that. It makes me depressed, it makes me sad. But instead of trying to manipulate it and putting on the Spanx and going to buy expensive outfits that'll make me look thinner, I tell myself, I know this is wrong, so I'm not gonna do it, right? But that doesn't mean that those feelings aren't still there. So the power that I've gained is not in not caring, it's in having the strength to push through it and to allow what my brain knows to dictate what I do instead of what my saddest self is feeling. Does that make sense? And that's the difference. And so I think it's interesting talking about Maris because Maris's issues were very different, right? Maris's issues were her need for control and for her family to be seen, appearances, that overrode her ability to have strong emotional relationships, right? And I think you're right. I think that if Shadowhunters had gone on, I think one of the things that Maris would have grappled with, would have fought with in herself, is what happens the next time she's at a dinner and there's a bunch of people from the Institute talking about work. Is she gonna instantly wanna go back there, right? If Alex starts talking to her about things he's doing, is she gonna start going, no, that's wrong, that's not what we do? Maybe, probably. Because she spent her whole life like that and only 2 years on the show learning to be better, right? So I do think that probably it would be a similar thing. I think Maris probably had many more times that she was gonna fall down before it really becomes who she is to be this new person, right? I think that's true for all of us, right? Like, change doesn't happen in a year. Change happens over a lifetime, right? So I do think she and I are probably, the other difference is like, I still care what people think and I still worry way too much about how people perceive me physically, whether they think I'm pretty, whether they think I have a nice body. I still worry way too much about that. But in the past, I didn't love myself and I worried about what other people thought. Now, I worry about what other people think, but I actually do love myself. And that is a step above what others, you know what I mean? So that's a big step. And that happened in my 30s somewhere. And I'm proud of that, right? So again, maybe I'll always care a little bit. Maybe I will never fully heal from the traumas of being told I wasn't enough for so long. But I'm definitely doing a lot better than I was 10 years ago, you know? And that's something to be proud of, yeah. Then that's not your best, it's your normal. So my question then would be, does that suggest that we could do better, or is it just saying you're doing great? What do you think?